Hi. We are in the beginning of 2019, and I thought I would take a look back at some disappointing films of 2018. Now, not all these films are all bad. Well, just one in particular.
You know who you are. Yes, you do.
Now, I know opinions are subjective. I mean, there's films out there that I liked that you hated, and there's films out there that I hated but y'all liked. I'm not going to say y'all are wrong for liking them or not liking them. I respect opinions. I'm not going to say you're stupid for liking this or stupid for not liking it. No, everybody's got an opinion. I don't always agree, but I'm not going to say you're any less wrong or any less right for liking it or not liking it. No, it's not me. And 2019 seems like an interesting year so far for movies like Glass. I'm very super excited for that film. Avengers Endgame. Looking forward to see what comes next. Brightburn, Shazam. Well, I'm sure there's more out there that I haven't mentioned. I don't know, but there's one film I'm not too sure about, like the new Terminator movie. I actually like Terminator Genesis, but since that one didn't do so well, they want to bring a proper ending. So that film just kind of diminished any of it's basically this new Terminator film is basically a sequel to Terminator 2. So all Terminator 3 and any other Terminator after that didn't happen. And Linda Hamilton will be reprising her role, but I don't know. I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed for that one. Okay, without further delay, we're gonna give my most disappointing films of 2018, starting with 1517 to Paris. Now, I respect what Clint Eastwood was trying to do, and before this film, I thought he could do no wrong. But, well, everybody has a bad moment in time, and this was one film for Clint Eastwood. Besides Trouble with the Curve, but can't really count that because he didn't direct that movie. He just starred in it. 1517 to Paris is based on the true story of three friends who have military training are en route to Paris on a train and they end up thwarting a terrorist. Now, like I said, Clint Eastwood wanted to pay homage to the real heroes of the movie by casting them playing as themselves, but the problem with that was these guys aren't actors, and they don't look very enthused being in this movie. They kind of give off this interpretation when I'm watching them. Why are we in this movie? Why do we have to go through this? We already lived it enough. And why are they in that movie? You wonder. Well, they couldn't say no to Clint Eastwood. That's the problem. They just couldn't say no to Clint Eastwood. How can you say no to a legendary guy like Clint Eastwood? No. And everything to build up to stopping the terrorist was boring. Just everything just was kind of just added in just to build up to that. It just didn't feel like I couldn't tell if I was watching a movie or a documentary half the time. And actors like Thomas Lennon, who has a small role as a principal in the movie, he's usually good at being a comedic actor, but he looks rather unenthused being in this movie. He's like, oh, why did I sign up for this? Actresses Jenna Fisher and Judy Greer, both very talented actresses, by the way. They're just wasted here as the hero's mother. I know what you were trying to do, Clint Eastwood, but the execution was just poorly done. It was. Next film, Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. Now, I liked the first Jurassic World. It was fun, entertaining film. It became a reminder why we love the first Jurassic Park. I like the way the movie does introduce that in one scene where two boys are running from the dinosaurs. They come across the old Jurassic Park building from the first film, and that's just to acknowledge the film that this is a continuation, not a reboot. Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard were good. The dinosaur scenes were good. The action scenes were great and all that stuff. And as for the Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom, with the exception of Chris Pratt Everybody else was just a bland in this movie. Even Bryce Dallas Howard, she played a part in the first film. What happened to her here? She played less of a character here. Even the bad guys were not even very interesting either. And there's a subplot involving a girl, a twist that I don't know why it's even in the movie. It really meant nothing to the film altogether. The dinosaurs were the only good things in this movie. I gotta say that they were really more interesting than the actors themselves. Well, with the exception of Chris Pratt. Everybody else was just a bland footnote. And Jeff Goldblum's in it too, for not for very long. That's just in case you didn't see. For people who didn't see the first Jurassic World, they still want to acknowledge this again. He's reprising his character from Jurassic Park. That this is a continuation, not a reboot. Gee, you just had poor Jeff Goldblum in the film just for that one moment. Just to acknowledge that. I feel sorry for you, Jeff Goldblum. I really do. All right. And wait, before I get into the next film, they left it open for a sequel, and I don't know if I even want to waste my energy seeing that movie. I'd rather sit through Rampage again. Rampage was at least good. Well, it wasn't great, but at least it was entertaining compared to what I saw in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Now, the next film, I Feel Pretty. Now, I'm going to go off and say this. I liked Amy Schumer in Trainwreck. I liked her in Snatched. Even a good majority of you out there didn't like Snatched. I like Snatched. I thought she had fun chemistry with Goldie Hawn. Not a great film, but an entertainingly fun film. It doesn't try to be anything more than what it is. It really doesn't. But as for Trainwreck, she wasn't that... Well, I wouldn't say she wasn't bad. She was bad, no. She had some fun moments, but the problem with I Feel Pretty is that the whole movie was put on her to carry. Everybody else was just non-existent. Her friends in the film, non-existent. She meets a guy who becomes her boyfriend. He's pretty non-existent. And Michelle Williams, who is in the film, plays Schumer's boss, non-existent. Lauren Hutton, good actress, is in the film, but who plays... I forgot who she plays. Did she play Michelle Williams' mother or grandmother? But anyway, she's pretty non-existent. All these talented actors, those two talented actors, are non-existent. But Schumer is he's given the film to carry. And it's not that... It seems like you can't put a whole film on her to carry. That's what I Feel Pretty does. I liked her in Trainwreck and Snatched, but she didn't carry those films by herself. No. Here, she pretty much carries the whole film by herself. Now, it's trying to be this sort of reverse Shallow Hal when she's, playing this insecure woman who hits her head, and after she comes out of it, she suddenly sees herself as the most beautiful woman in the world. And she has all this great confidence, but despite the fact her appearance never changed. Which is good. Now, I'm not saying you had to do this throughout the whole film, but I just wish for 1 second that we could see what she sees. We could just 1 second we could just see things through her perspective, but we never do that, so the audience has no clue what's happening. No, it really doesn't. I think Shallow Hal executed that premise better. I really do. Nothing against you, Amy Schumer, but you probably deserve better than what was given here. You really do. Next film, The Spy Who Dumped Me. A riff on The Spy Who Loved Me or The Spy Who Shagged Me. Wait, that was really a parody. What am I saying? That was also a parody of The Spy Who Loved Me. But anyway, you probably get the premise. Mila Kunis whose ex-boyfriend turns out to be a spy and goes on a mission with her best friend, played by Kate McKinnon. Crazy adventure ensues. Now, I'm going to say this. As a action thriller, the film worked. But as a comedy, it didn't. I don't know what it is. the comedy kind of felt like it was just added in at the last minute. I mean, it kind of shows in the movie. I mean, the movie's like I get the feeling the producers felt the film was too dark, so they just added those funny bits in just to keep the movie on a light pace. And it doesn't work. I didn't laugh 1 second. I'm wondering to myself, was that supposed to be funny? That was my reaction. Mila Kunis, who I think is usually a talented, versatile actress, but she doesn't jump off the screen to you, and neither does Kate McKinnon. Even in 2016's Ghostbusters. Yes, I kind of like that movie. Big whoop. Want to fight about it? Anyway, she was funny in that film, and even in what was the film with Scarlett Johansson? I forgot. Anyway, I'm not I mean, I know it was a good riff on the spy genre, but I didn't laugh. I didn't find nothing funny in this film. Nothing jumped out at me as much as I was hoping it would. So yeah, the spy who dumped me just didn't do it for me. Not that it's a bad movie, it's just disappointing. Okay, this last film was a Netflix film. This Christmas, and you probably know what film it is. Not that Christmas Chronicles with Kurt Russell. No, that was actually fun. This next film, I get the feeling it didn't know what it was trying to be, and that was a Christmas Prince, a Royal Wedding. The sequel to last year's film starred Rose McIver of iZombie. Oh man, we were really enthused about a sequel. I mean, it didn't seem like anybody in the film was real enthused about it. I think Rose McIver, talented actress that she is the only one in the film that tries to make the movie more interesting than it needs to be, because nothing in this film really jumps out at you. All the actors look bored. Even the guy playing the prince looks bored. There's no refinable characters that just seem to make this movie interesting, and everybody just seems like they just don't want to be in this movie. It's because of a contract thing, I guess, but it just doesn't seem like anybody really wanted to be in this movie. They bring in the villain character from the last film. You think they're going to do something with him? No, they don't do anything with him. He's just kind of there. Oh boy. Those are. I hope they don't make a third film. I really don't. I feel like I got nothing left for where this film is going to go. No, I really don't. Well, okay. Those were my picks of the most disappointing films of 2018. I'm sure I'm going to see some more films of that year, and I don't know what I don't know what I thought. Okay, bye-bye.